Sometimes, two people cross paths and something inside them shifts. No explanation, no logic, no clear reason, just a silent force pulling them toward each other. A pull so strong that even if they try to ignore it, deny it, or walk away from it, it keeps bringing them back. Today we'll talk about 11 signs that you both feel this strange, unexplainable pull. A pull that no one else sees, no one else understands, but only the two of you can feel deep inside. 1. You feel drawn to them without any logical reason. Psychology says that when two people share a subconscious emotional resonance, their minds keep directing them toward each other without any deliberate choice. You may not know why you like being around them. You may not understand why their presence feels familiar. You may not be able to explain why your eyes search for them even when you try not to. It's not infatuation, not obsession, not a temporary crush. It's something deeper. Your heart keeps walking toward them, even when your mind tries to walk away. Your heart keeps walking toward them, even when your mind tries to walk away. 2. Your energy changes when they are around you, can be tired, sad, irritated, or stressed. But the moment they enter the room, something inside you softens. You feel calmer, happier, lighter, more present. Psychology calls this an emotional regulation bond. When someone's presence naturally balances your nervous system, it feels like your energy recognizes their energy before your brain even processes their face. That is the pull. 3. You sense their emotions instantly. Even if they say nothing, even if they try to hide how they feel, something in you just knows. You sense when they're upset. You feel when they're distant. You notice the slightest change in their tone or eyes. It's not telepathy, it's emotional attunement. Two energies align so closely that they respond to each other automatically. No one else sees it, but you do, and they feel the same way about you. 4. You can't stay angry at each other for long. Even if misunderstandings happen, even if silence stretches for days, even if pride creates distance, the invisible pull always brings you back. Something inside keeps whispering, "This isn't over. This person matters. You can't let them go." Psychology says that when a bond is emotionally magnetic, anger doesn't disconnect you. It only exposes how deeply you care. 5. Your paths keep crossing. Accidentally, you run into them unexpectedly. You start thinking of them, and suddenly they text. You dream of them, and next morning you see their name. It feels accidental, random, coincidental. But deep connections create meaningful synchronicities. Life keeps placing you in each other's orbit again and again, as if something wants the connection to stay alive. That's not coincidence. That's the pull. 6. You both avoid taking the first step out of fear. When the bond is too strong, too intense, too real, it becomes scary. You fear losing them. They fear rejection. You fear ruining the bond. They fear opening up too much. Distance isn't because you don't care. Distance exists because you care too deeply. You both pretend nothing's there, but inside, you're desperately hoping the other person makes the first move. That silent desire is the pull. 7. You feel their absence more than you should. You don't have to be lovers. You don't need a label. You don't even need daily conversations, but when they're missing from your life, you feel it in your chest. A strange heaviness, a quiet ache, a sense that something is off. Psychology calls this emotional imprinting. Their presence has shaped a part of you, and when they're gone, your energy notices the empty space. Others think it's dramatic, but only you understand how real it feels. 8. Silence between you never feels awkward. With ordinary people, silence becomes uncomfortable. But with them, silence feels peaceful, comfortable, warm, almost sacred. You don't need perfect words. You don't need constant talking. Just being in the same space feels enough. This is a sign of emotional resonance, a connection where souls communicate even when mouths don't. Only rare bonds feel like this. 9. You both notice each other's smallest details. They notice your tone. You notice their mood. They notice your eyes. You notice their breathing. You both observe each other without trying. You pick up micro expressions, tiny changes, subtle cues that no one else even notices. This shows deep subconscious focus. Your brain treats them as emotionally significant. That's the pull your heart can't hide. 10. You feel safe with them, even when life is chaotic. There's something in their presence that makes you feel grounded, supported, understood, and protected. Not because they speak perfect words, not because they do anything grand, but because their energy wraps around you like warmth on a cold night. It's emotional safety. Rare, unexplainable, uncontrollable. No one else makes you feel this way, and they feel the same comfort when they're with you. This is why you both keep coming back to each other. 11. No matter how much you try to move on, you can't. You try to distract yourself. You try to focus on life. You try to convince yourself it's just attraction, but something keeps pulling you back. A thought, a memory, a feeling, a moment. They stay in your heart even when they're far away. You stay in their heart even if they never say it out loud. A connection that forms outside logic, outside timing, outside explanation. This is the strongest sign of all. You can't replace them. They can't replace you. Because the bond between you is emotional, energetic, and deeply spiritual at the same time. Some connections aren't meant to be understood. Some bonds aren't meant to be explained. Some people aren't meant to just enter your life. They're meant to shake your soul awake. When two people feel an unexplainable pull toward each other, it is not random. It is not an accident. It is not imagination. It is something real, something rare, something powerful. Maybe it's timing. Maybe it's destiny. Maybe it's fear holding you both back. Or maybe it's the universe asking you to be patient. But remember this, pulls like this don't happen often. When they do, they come for a reason, a purpose, a deeper story that's still unfolding. If you feel this pull with someone, you're not imagining it. They feel it too. And one day, when the moment is right, your paths will meet not by chance, but by the invisible force that has been connecting your hearts from the very beginning.